Child, dear child, will you wake? Will you open your eyes? Betty, little one.
Uncle. Susanna Walcott is here from Dr. Griggs.
For the doctor. Let her come, let her come.
Come in, Susanna.
What does the doctor say, child?
Dr. Griggs bid me come and tell you, Reverend Sir, that he could not discover no medicine for it in his books.
Then he must search on.
Aye, sir. He had been searching his books since he left you, sir, but he bid me tell you that you might look to unnatural things to be the cause of it.
No, there be no unnatural cause here. Tell him I sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly, and Mr. Hale will surely confirm that. Let him look to medicine and put out all thought of unnatural causes here. There be none.
Aye, sir. He bid me tell you.
Speak nothing of it in the village, Susanna.
Go directly home and speak nothing of unnatural causes.
Aye, sir. I pray for her.
Uncle, the rumor of witchcraft is all about. The parlor is packed with people, sir. I think you'd best go down and deny it yourself. I'll sit with her a while.
And what shall I tell her? That my daughter and my niece I discovered dancing like heathen in the forest?
We did dance, Uncle. Let you tell them I confessed it, but they're speaking witchcraft. Betty is not witched.
Abigail, I cannot go before the congregation when I know you have not opened with me. What did you do with her in the forest?
We did dance, Uncle. And when you leaped out of the bush so suddenly, she was frightened, and she fainted, and there's the whole of it.
Child, sit you down.
I would never hurt Betty. I love her dearly.
Now, look you, child, I have no desire to punish you. That will come in its time. But if you traffic with spirits in the forest, I must know it, for surely my enemies will, and they'll ruin me with it.
But we never conjured spirits.
Then why can she not move herself since midnight? This child is desperate. Must come out. My enemies will bring it out. And let me know what you have done there. Abigail, do you understand that I have many enemies?
I know, sir.
There is a faction that has sworn to drive me from my pulpit. Do you understand that?
I think so, sir.
Then, in the midst of such disruption, my own household is discovered to be the center of some obscene practice. Abominations are done in the forest.
For only sport, Uncle?
I saw Tituba waving her arms over the fire when I came upon you. Why was she doing that? And I heard a screeching and a gibberish coming from her mouth.
She always sings her Barbados songs, and we dance.
Yeah. I cannot blink what I saw, for my enemies will not blink it. I saw a dress lying in the grass.
A dress?
Aye, a dress. And I thought I saw someone naked running through the trees.
No one was naked. You mistake yourself, Uncle.
I saw it! Now tell me true, Abigail. Now my ministry is at stake. My ministry and perhaps your cousin's life. Whatever abomination you have done, give me all of it now, for I dare not go before them down there.
There is nothing more. I swear it, Uncle.
Abigail, I have fought 3 long years to bend these stiff-necked people to me. And now, just now, when there must be some good respect for me in the parish, you compromise my very character. Now I have given you a home, child. I have to close upon your back. Give me an upright answer. Your name in the town, it is entirely white, is it not?
Why, I am certain it is, sir. There be no blush about my name.
Abigail, is there any other cause other than you have told me for Goody Proctor discharging you? It has troubled me that you are now 7 months out of their house, and in all this time no other family has ever called for your service.
They want slaves? Not such as I. Let them send to Barbados, for that I will not black my face for any of them.
Goody Putnam.
It is a marvel. It is surely a stroke of hell upon
No,
me.
Goody Putnam, it
Who
is.
fly? Did she fly?
No. She never flew.
Why, I'm sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her going over Ingersoll's barn and come down light as a bird, he said.
Now look you, Goody Putnam. She never
Her
flirted.
eyes are closed. Our Ruth's eyes are open.
Your little Ruth is sick.
I'd not call it sick. The devil's touch is heavier than sick. It's death. It's death, driving into them forked and hooked.
Oh, pray not. How does she ail?
She ails as she must. She never waked this morning, but her eyes are open. She walks. She hears not, sees not. She cannot eat. Her soul is taken, surely. They say you sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly.
A precaution only. He has much experience in all demonic arts.
He has indeed. And he found a witch in Beverly last year. Let you remember that.
Now, Goody Ann, they only thought that were a witch. And I am certain there be no element of witchcraft here.
No witchcraft! Now look you, Mr. Paris.
Goody Ann, I pray you leap not to witchcraft. I know you would not wish so disastrous a charge laid upon me. We cannot leap to witchcraft. They will have me an assailant for such corruption in my house.
Now look, sir, I have supported you in all contention here, and I would continue, but I cannot if you hold back in this. There are hurtful, vengeful spirits laying hands on these children.
But Goody Ann,
Reverend Harris, I have laid 7 babies unbaptized in the earth. Believe me, sir, you never saw more hardy babies born. And yet each would wither in my arms the very night of their birth. I have spoken nothing, but my heart has clamored intimations. And now this year, my Ruth, my only. I see her turning strange. Secret child she becomes this year and shrivels as if a sucking mouth were pulling at her life too. So I thought to send her to your Tituba.
To Tituba? What made Tituba?
Tituba knows how to talk to the dead, Mr. Paris.
Goody Ann, it is a formidable sin to conjure up the dead.
I take that on my soul. But who else may tell me who surely murdered my babies?
Woman!
They were murdered, Mr. Paris. And mark this as a proof. Mark it. Last night, my Ruth were ever so close to their little spirits. I know it, sir. For how else is she struck dumb now, except some power of darkness would stop her mouth? It is a marvelous sign, Mr. Paris. There is a murdering witch among us bound to keep herself in the dark. Let your enemies make of it what they will. You cannot blink it more.
Then you were conjuring spirits last night.
Not I, sir. Tituba and Ruth.
Now I am undone!
You're not undone. Let you take hold here. Wait for no one to charge you, declare it yourself. You have discovered witchcraft.
In my house. In my house, and they will double me with this.
Your
They
pardon.
will make an escape.
I only thought to see how Betty is.
Why aren't you home? Who's with Ruth?
Her grandma come. She's improved a little, I think. She gave a powerful sneeze before.
Ah, there's a sign of life.
I fear no more, Goody Putnam. It were a grand sneeze. Another like it will shake her wits together, I'm sure.
Will you leave me now, Anne? I wish to pray a while alone.
Uncle, why do you not go down? You've prayed since midnight.
No, I'll wait until Mr. Hale arrives.
Now look you, sir. Let you strike out against the devil now, and the village will bless you for it. Come down, speak with them, pray with them. They're thirsting for your word, Mr. Surely you'll pray with them.
I have no stomach for disputation this morning, but I will leave them in sorrow. But let you say nothing of witchcraft yet. I will not discuss it. The cause is yet unknown. I have had much contention since I came. I want no more.
Mercy, you're going to Ruth now, you hear?
I'm on. How is Ruth sick? It's weirdish, I know not. She seems to walk like a dead one since last night. Betty. Betty, sit up now. Stop this. Have you tried beating her? I gave Ruth a good one, and it waked her for a minute. Here, let me have it.
No, look, he'll be coming out soon. Now look you, if they be questioning us, tell them we danced. I told them as much already.
And what?
He saw you naked.
Oh, God. What do we do? The whole village is out. What do we do? The whole village is out.
I just come from the farm. The whole Now look, I spoke to your papa. I told him everything. He knows now. He knows everything.
I want my mama!
What ails you, Betty? Your mom is dead and buried.
I'll fly to my mama. Yeah, let me fly.
I told him everything. He knows now. He knows everything we've done. He knows.
You drink blood. Abby, you drink blood!
You will never say that.
You did. You did! You drank a charm to kill John Proctor's wife. You drank a charm to kill Goody Brown!
Shut it! I said shut it! Now look you! All of you! We danced. And Tituba conjured Blue Heaven said sisters, and that is all. And mark this. Let any of you speak a word or the edge of a word about the other things, and I will come to you in the black of some terrible night, and I will bring a pointy reckoning that will shudder you, and you know I can do it. I saw Indians smash my dear parents' head on the pillow next to mine. I have seen some reddish work done at night, and I can make you wish you had never seen the sun go down. Sit up and stop this!
What's got her? Abby, she's gonna die!
Shut it!
Be you foolish, my lord? Be you deaf? I forbid you leave the house tonight. Why should I pay you? I'm looking for you more often than my cows.
I was only just going home, Mr. Proctor. I only come to see the great doings in the world.
I'll show you great doing on your offspring these days. Now get you home. My wife is waiting with your work.
I'd best be off. I have my Ruth to watch. Good morning, Mr. Proctor.
She's only gone silly somehow. She'll come out of it.
So she flies, eh? Where are her wings?
John, sure you're not believing she flies.
The road past my house is a pilgrimage to Salem all morning. Town's mumbling witchcraft.
Oh gosh, we were dancing in the woods last night and my uncle leaped in on us. She took fright is all.
You'll be clapped in the stocks before you're 20.
Give me a word, John. So
Abby, I have not come for that.
you've come 5 miles to see a silly girl fly. I know you better.
Come to see what mischief your uncle's brewing again. Put it out of mind, Abby.
John, I'm waiting for you every night.
If you put it out of mind, Abby, I'll not be coming for you more.
You're surely sporting.
Now you know me better.
I know how you clench my back behind your house. You sweated like a stallion whenever I come here. I saw your face when she put me out. You love me then and you do now.
Abby, that's a wild thing to say.
A wild thing may say wild things. I have seen you, John. I have seen you nights.
Why have you walked off my farm this 7 months?
I have a sense for heat, and yours has brought me to my window. Do you mean to tell me you haven't looked up at my window?
Perhaps I have.
I know you, John. I know you. I can't sleep for dreaming when I wake and walk about the house as though you'll be coming through some door.
Child.
How do you call me child?
Abby! I may think of you softly from time to time, but I'll cut off my hand before I ever reach for you again. Wipe it out of mind. We never touched, Abby.
We did.
But we did not!
I marvel if such a strong man may let such a sickly wife.
You speak nothing of Elizabeth!
She's blackening my name. She's telling lies about me. She is a cold, sniveling woman, and you bend to her lips.
You look for women!
For John Proctor that put knowledge in my heart. I never knew what pretense Salem was. I never knew what lying lessons I was taught by those Christian
profanely. There's a hard sickness here, John Corey. Please keep the quiet.
I have not said a word. No one here can testify that I said a word. Is she going to fly again? I hear she flies.
Men, be quiet now!
What have you done?
Pray, calm yourselves. I have 11 children, and I'm 26 times a grandma, and I've seen them all through their silly seasons. And when it come on them, they will run the devil bow-legged, keeping up with their mischief. I think she'll wake when she tires of it. A child's spirit is like a child. You can never catch it by running after it. You must stand still, and then for love, it will soon itself come back.
Now that's the truth of it, Rebecca.
This is no silly season, Rebecca. My Ruth is bewildered. She cannot eat.
Perhaps she is not hungered yet. Mr. Parrish, I hope you've not decided to go in search of loose spirits. I've heard promise of that outside.
A wide opinion's running in the parish that the devil may be among us, and I would satisfy them that they are wrong.
I'll let you come out and call them wrong. Are you our minister or Mr. Hale? Did you consult the wardens of the church before you called this minister to look for devils?
He is not coming here to look at the devils.
What's he coming for?
There be children dying in the village.
I see none dying.
Pray, John, be calm. Mr. Parrish, I think you'd best send Reverend Hale back as soon as he comes. This will set us all to arguing again in the society, and we thought to have peace this year. I think we ought to rely on Dr. Briggs now, and good prayer.
The doctor is baffled, Rebecca.
If he is so, then let us go to God for the cause of it. There's precious danger in the seeking of loose spirits. I fear it. I fear it. Let us rather blame ourselves.
How may we blame ourselves? My husband is one of 9 sons. The Putnam seat have peopled this province. And yet I have but one child left of 8, and now she shrivels?
I cannot fathom that.
You think it's God's work. You should never lose a child, nor a grandchild either, and I bury all but one. When Reverend Hale comes, you will proceed to look for signs of witchcraft here.
You cannot command Mr. Paris. We vote by name in this society, not acreage.
I never heard you so worried on the society before, Mr. Proctor. I do not think I saw you at Sabbath meetings since snow flew.
Trouble enough without I come 5 miles to hear him preach only hellfire and bloody damnation. But there are many others who stay away from church these days because he hardly ever mentioned God anymore.
Why, that's a drastic charge.
It's somewhat true. There are many that fail to bring their children.
I do not preach for children, Rebecca. It is that the children are unmindful of their obligation toward this ministry. There is either obedience or the church will burn like hell is burning.
You speak 1 minute without me landing hell again? I'm sick of hell. Come along, Giles. I've a crop to sow and lumber to drag home.
Pray you, someone take these.
Oh, Mr. Hale, it's good to see you again. My, they are heavy.
Well, they must be. They are weighted with authority.
Well, you do come prepared.
Well, we shall need hard study if it comes to tracking down the old boy. You cannot be Rebecca Nurse.
I am, sir. Do you know me?
Well, it is strange how I knew you. But then I suppose you look as such a good soul should. We have all heard of your great charities in Beverly.
Mr. Hale, we look you to come to our house and save our child.
Your child ails too.
Her soul seems flown away. She wakes and yet she walks. She cannot eat.
Cannot eat. Do you men also have afflicted children?
No. These men are fathers, John Proctor.
He don't believe in witches.
Not spoken on witches one way or the other. Are you coming, Giles?
No, John, I think not. I have a few questions of my own for this fellow.
I hear you be a sensible man, mister. I hope you leave some of them safe.
Will you leave my child, sir? She tried to leap out the window, And this morning we discovered her on the high road, waving her arms as though she'd fly.
Tries to fly.
She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name, Mr. Hill. That's a sure sign of witchcraft afoot.
No. No. Now let me instruct you. We cannot look to superstition in this. The devil is precise. The marks of his presence are definite as stone, and we must look only for his proper signs, and judge nothing beforehand. And I must tell you all that I shall not proceed unless you are prepared to believe me if I should say I find no trace of hell in this.
It is agreed, sir. It is agreed. We will abide by your judgment.
Good then. Now, Mr. Paris, what were your first warning of this strangeness?
Why, I discovered her and my niece Abigail and 5 or 6 of the other girls dancing in the forest last night.
You permit dancing?
No, it was secret.
Mr. Paris's slave has knowledge of conjuring, sir.
We cannot be sure of that, Goody Ann.
I know it. I sent my child that she should learn from Tituba, who murdered her sisters.
Goody Ann, you sent a child to conjure up the dead.
Let God blame me. Not you, Rebecca. I'll not have you judging me anymore. Mr. Hale, is it natural work to lose 7 children before they live a day?
7? Dead in childbirth?
Yes, and I would know what is in that.
What is this, sir?
What is there, sir?
In here is all the invisible world, caught, defined, calculated. In these books, the devil stands stripped of all his brute disguises. Well, here be all your familiar spirit, your incubi, your succubi, your witches that go by land and air and sea, your wizards of the night and of the day. Have no fear now. We will find him out if he has come among us, and I mean to crush him utterly if he has shown his faith.
Will it hurt the child, sir?
But I cannot tell. If she is truly in the devil's grip, we may have to rip and tear to get her free.
I think I'll go then. I'm too old for this.
Why, Rebecca, would they open the boil of all our troubles today?
Let us hope for that. I go to God for you, sir.
I hope you do not mean we go to Satan here.
I wish I knew.
Mr. Hale, I've always wanted to ask of a learned man, what signifies the reading of strange books?
What books?
I cannot tell. She hides them.
Who does this?
Martha, my wife. I have waked many a night and found her sitting in a corner reading of a book. Now, what do you make of that?
Well, that's not
But
necessary.
this comforts me. Not this. Last night, I tried, and I tried, but I could not say my prayers. And then she closes the books, walks out of the house, and mark this, suddenly, I can pray again.
Ah, the stoppage of prayer. Well, that is strange. I should like to talk further with you on that.
No, I don't mean that she touched the devil now, but I'd like to know what book she reads and why she hides them. She won't answer me, you see.
I will discuss it. Good. Now, mark me. If the devil is in her, you will witness some frightful wonders in this room. So please, to keep your wits about you. Now then, Betty dear, will you sit up? Can you hear me? Hale, minister of Beverly. I've come to help you, dear. Do you remember my two little girls in Beverly?
How can it be the devil? Why would he choose my house to stray?
Why, what victory would the devil have in a soul already had? It is the best the devil wants. And who is better than the minister?
That's deep, Mr. Paris. Deep.
Does someone afflict you, child? It need not be a woman, mind you, nor a man. Does some bird invisible to others come to you? Perhaps a pig or any beast at all? Is there some figure bids you to fly? In nomine Domini Sabaoth, et sui filice, ite ad infernos! Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing with her in the forest?
Why, common dancing is all.
I think I ought to say, I saw a kettle in the grass when they were dancing.
They were only suits.
Soup? And what sort of soup were in that kettle, Abigail?
Why, beans and lentils, I think.
You did not notice, did you, Mr. Paris, any living thing in that kettle? A mouse, perhaps? A spider? A frog?
That frog lived in there. We never put it in there.
A frog, Annie!
Abigail, it may be that your cousin is dying. Did you call the devil last night?
I never called no devil. Teach you what to.
I should like to speak with Tituba.
Good Annie, will you bring her up?
How did she call you?
I know not she smoked Barbados.
Did you notice any strangeness when she called him? A sudden cold wind, perhaps, or a trembling beneath the ground?
I never saw no devil. Betty, wake up now.
You
Betty.
cannot evade me, Abigail. Did your cousin drink any of the brew in that kettle?
She never drank it.
Did you drink it?
I never drank it.
Did Tituba ask you to drink
She
it?
tried, but I refused.
Why are you concealing? Have you sold yourself to Lucifer?
I never sold myself. I'm a good girl. I did drink of the kettle. She made me do it. She made Betty do it. Me. She makes me drink blood.
Blood?
My baby's blood? No, no, chicken blood. I give she chicken
Hold
blood.
on! Have you enlisted these children for the devil? Why can she not wait? Are you silencing this child? You have sent your spirit out upon this child, have you not? Are you gathering souls for the devil?
She sent her spirit on me in church. She makes me laugh at prayer.
I'm often left in prayer.
She comes to me every night to go and drink blood.
You beg me to conjure. Abby, she begged me make charm.
She comes to me every night in my sleep. I always hear her laughing in my sleep. She's always making me drink corruption.
Abby.
I'll tell you something. Sometimes I find myself at the open door with not a stitch on my body. I always hear her singing her Barbados songs and tempting
She must be taken and hanged.
No, don't hang Tituba. I tell him I don't desire to work for him, sir.
Who, the devil? Now, Tituba, I know that when we bind ourselves to hell, it is very hard to break with it entirely. But we are going to help you tear yourself free. You would be a good Christian woman, would you not,
Yes,
Tituba?
sir. A good Christian woman.
And you love these little children.
Yes, sir. I don't desire to hurt little children.
And you love God, Tituba.
I love God with all my being.
Now in God's holy name.
Oh, bless God.
And to his glory.
Eternal glory, bless him.
Open yourself, Tituba, and let God's holy light shine upon you.
Oh, God bless him.
And now, when the devil comes to you, does he ever come with another person? Perhaps another person in the village, someone you know.
Who came with him?
Sarah, did you ever see Sarah with him or Osborne?
Was it a man or a woman came with him?
Was woman.
What woman? A woman, you said? What woman?
It was black dog, and I couldn't
You can
see.
see the devil. How can you not see her?
Well, they was always talking. They was always running around and
You
carrying
know
on.
Salem witches?
Yes, sir.
Tituba, you must have no fear to tell us all their names. We will protect you. The devil can never overcome a minister. You know that, do you know?
Yes, sir. I do.
Now, you have confessed yourself to witchcraft, but that speaker wished to come to heaven's side, and we will bless you, Tituba.
Oh, God bless you, Mr. Hale.
You are God's instrument, placed in our hands to help us find the devil's agents among us. You are selected. Tituba, you are chosen to help us cleanse our village. So speak utterly. Turn your back on him and face God. Face God, Tituba, and God will protect you.
Oh, God bless Tituba.
Now, how many come with the devil to you? 2, 3, 4, how many?
4. There were 4. There were 4.
Who? Their names.
Oh, how he bid me kill Mr. Paris.
Kill me?
He's saying Mr. Paris must be killed. Mr. Paris no goodly man. Mr. Paris mean man and no gentleman. And he bid me rise out of my bed and cut your throat. But I say, no, I don't hate that man. I don't want to kill that man. But he say, you work for me, Tituba, and I give you pretty dress to wear and put you way high up in the air, and you go fly back to Barbados. I make you free. But I say you lie, devil, you lie. Then he come one stormy night to me, and he said, look, I have white people belong to me. Then I looked, and it was Goody Good.
Sarah Good?
Yes, sir. And Goody Osborne.
I knew it. Goody Osborne were midwife to me 3 times. I begged my husband not to call Osborne because I feared her. My babies always shriveled in her hands.
Take courage, Tituba. You must give us all their names. Look at her, Tituba. Look at her God-given innocence. How can you bear to see these little children suffering? Their souls are so tender. We must protect them, Tituba. The devil is out and preying upon them like the beast on the flesh of pure lambs. God will bless
planted far out to the forest edge.
Oh, you're done then.
Aye. The farm is seeded. Ah, the boys asleep.
They will be soon.
Pray now for a fair summer.
Aye.
Are you well today?
I am. It is a rabbit.
Oh, is it? In Jonathan's trap?
No, she walked into the house this afternoon. I found her sitting in the corner like she come to visit.
It's a good sign walking in.
Pray God. It hurt my heart to strip her, poor rabbit.
It is well seasoned.
I took great care. She's tender?
Aye. I think we'll see green fields soon. It's warm as blood beneath the soil.
That's well.
If the crop is good, I'll buy George Jacobs' heifer. How would that please you?
It would.
I mean, to please you, Elizabeth.
I know it, John.
The cider.
Aye.
This farm is a continent when you go foot by foot dropping seeds in it.
It must be.
On Sunday, let you come with me. We'll walk the farm together. I never see such a load of flowers in the earth. Massachusetts is a beauty in the spring.
Aye, it is.
I think you're sad again. Are
You come so late. I thought you'd gone to Salem this afternoon.
you? I have no business in Salem.
You did speak of going there earlier this week.
I thought better of it since.
Mary Warren's there today.
Now, why'd you let her? You heard me forbid her go to Salem again.
I couldn't stop her.
It is a fault. It is a fault, Elizabeth. You're the mistress. You're not Mary Warren.
She frightened all my strength
I mean, that
away.
mouse frightened you, Elizabeth.
It is no mouse, no more. I forbid her go, and she lifts up her chin like the daughter of a prince, and says I must go to Salem, Goody Proctor. I am an official of the court.
Court? What court?
Aye, it is a proper court they have now. They've sent 4 judges out of Boston, she says, weighty magistrates of the general court. And at their head sits the deputy governor of the province.
Oh, she's mad.
I would to God she were. There be 14 people in the jail now, she says, and they'll be tried. And the court have power to hang them too, she says.
Ah, they'd never hang.
The deputy governor promised hanging if they'll not confess, John. The town's gone wild, I think. Mary Warren speak of Abigail as though she were a saint to hear her. Abigail brings the other girls into the court, and where she walks, the crowd will part like the sea for Israel. And folk are brought before them, and if Abigail scream or howl or fall to the floor, the person's clapped in the jail for bewitching her.
It's black mischief.
I think you must go to Salem, John. I think so. You must tell them it is a fraud.
Aye, it is surely.
Let you go to Ezekiel Cheever. He knows you well. And tell him what she said to you last week in her uncle's house. She said it had naught to do with witchcraft, did she not?
Aye, she did. She did.
God forbid you keep that from the court, John. I think they must be told.
Aye, they must. They must. It is a wonder that you believe her.
I would go to Salem now, John. Let you go tonight.
I'll think on it.
You cannot keep it, John.
I know I cannot keep it. I say I will think on it.
Good then, let you think on it.
I am only wondering how I may prove what she told me, Elizabeth. If the girl's a saint now, I think it not easy to prove she's fraud, and the town's gone so silly. She told it to me in a room alone, I have no proof for it.
You were alone with her.
For a moment alone, aye.
Why then, it is not as you told me.
For a moment, I say. The others came in soon after.
Do as you wish then.
Woman, I'll not have your suspicion any longer.
I have no
I won't have
Then let you not earn it.
it. You doubt me yet.
John, sir, would you falter now? I think not.
Now look you.
I see what I see, John.
You will judge me no more, Elizabeth. I have good reason to think, before I charge fraud and Abigail, and I will think on it, that you look to your own improvement before you go to judge your husband more. I have forgotten Abigail.
And I.
Spare me. You forget nothing and forgive nothing. Learn charity, woman. Why, I have gone tiptoe in this house all 7 months since she is gone. I have not moved from there to there without, I think, to please you. Still, an everlasting funeral marches round your heart. I cannot speak, but I am doubted. Every moment judgeful lies, as though I come into a court when I come into this house.
John, you are not open with me. You saw her with a crowd. You said
I need my honesty no more, Elizabeth.
John, I am only...
No more! I should have brought you down when first you told me your suspicion. But I wilted, and like a Christian I confessed. Some dream I had must have mistaken you for God that day. But you're not. You're not. Let you remember it. Let you look sometimes for the goodness in me and judge me not.
I do not judge you. The magistrate sits in your heart that judges you. I never thought you but a good man, John. Only somewhat bewildered.
Oh, Elizabeth, your justice would freeze me here. What are you going to say to me when I forbid it? Do you mock me? I'll whip you if you dare leave this house again.
I am sick. I am sick, Mr. Proctor. Pray hurt me not. My insides are all shuddering. I am in proceedings all day, sir.
And what of these proceedings here? When will you proceed to keep this house as you are paid £9 a year to do? And my wife will equally well.
I made a gift for you today, good Proctor. I had to sit long hours in a chair and spend the time with sewing.
Why, thank you. It is a fair profit.
We must all love each other now, good Proctor.
Indeed, we must.
Wake up early in the morning and clean the house out. I must sleep now.
Mary, is it true there be 14 women arrested?
No, sir. That'd be 39 now.
Why, she's rapid. What ails you, child?
Goody Osborne will hang.
Hang? How'd you say? The deputy governor committed?
He sentenced her. He must. But not Sarah Good. For Sarah Good confessed, you see.
Confessed to what?
That she sometime made a compact with Lucifer and write her name in his black book with her blood. And bound herself to torment Christians until God's thrown down and we must all worship hell forevermore.
But surely, you know what a jabberer she is. Did you tell them that?
Mr. Proctor, in open court, she near choked us all to death.
How choked you?
She sent her spirit out.
Oh, Mary, surely
She
you...
tried to kill me many times, Goody Proctor.
Why, I never heard you mention that before.
I never knew it before. I never knew anything before. She come into the court, I say to myself, you must not accuse this woman, for she sleep in ditches and so very old and poor. But then she sit there denying and denying. I feel a misty coldness climbing up my back. The skin on my skull begin to creep. I feel a clamp around my neck and I cannot breathe air. And then I hear a voice, a screaming voice, and it were my voice. And all at once I remember everything she done to me.
Why, what did she do to you?
So many times, Mr. Proctor. She come to this very door, begging bread and a cup of cider. And mark this, whenever I turned her away empty, she mumbled.
Mumbled? She may mumble, being hungry.
Yes, but what does she mumble? You must remember, Goody Proctor, last month, Monday, I think, I turned her away and I felt my guts would burst for 2 days after. Surely you remember.
I think I do, but...
Mary Warren, you will not go to that court again.
I must tell you, sir, I'll be gone every day now. I'm amazed you do not see what weighty work it is we do.
What work you do? It is strange work for a Christian girl to hang old women.
Mr. Proctor, we do not hang them if they confess. Surely you must see it, sir. It's God's work we do. I must tell you, sir, I'll be gone for some time. I am an official
If you wish to sit up, then sit up.
I wish to go to bed.
Good night, then.
Oh, the noose. The noose is up.
There'll be no noose.
She wants me dead. I knew all week it would come to
They
this.
dismissed it. You heard what she said.
And what of tomorrow? Abigail will pry me out until they take me.
Now sit you down.
She wants me dead, you know it, John.
I say sit down. Now, we must be wise, Elizabeth.
Oh, indeed.
Fear not.
Indeed.
I'll find Ezekiel chief. I'll tell him she said it were all sport.
John, with so many in the jail, more than that is needed now, I think. John, would you grant me this? Go to Abigail.
Abigail? What have I to say to Abigail?
John, favor me with this. You have a faulty understanding of young girls. There is a promise made in any bed.
What promise?
Spoke or silent, a promise is surely made. And she may dote on it, I know she does, and thinks to kill me than to take my place. It is her dearest hope, John. There be 1,000 names to call, why does she call mine? There be a certain danger in crying such a name. I am no goody-good that sleeps in ditches, nor Osborne drunk and half-witted. She dare not call out such a farmer's wife, but there be monstrous profit in it. She thinks to kill me than to take my place.
She cannot think it.
John, have you ever shown her somewhat of contempt? She cannot pass you in the church, but you will blush.
I may blush for my sin.
I think she sees another meaning in that blush.
And what see you? What see you, Elizabeth?
I think you be somewhat ashamed, for I am there, and she's so close.
When will you know me, woman? Were I a stone, I would have cracked for shame this 7 month.
Then go and tell her she's a whore. Whatever promise she may sense, break it, John, break it.
Good then. I'll go.
Oh, how unwillingly.
I will curse her hotter than the oldest cinder in hell. Fear not. But pray, begrudge me not my anger.
Your anger?
Am I so base? Do you truly think me base?
I never called you base.
Then how do you charge me with such a promise? Well, the promise that the stallion is a mare I gave that girl.
Then why do you anger with me when I bid you break it?
Because it speaks deceit, and I am honest. But I'll plead no more. I see now your spirit twists round the single error of my life, and I will never tear it free.
Oh, you will tear it free when you come to know I will be your only wife, or no wife at all. She has an arrow in you, yet John Proctor, and you know it well.
Good evening.
Oh, Mr. Hale. Good evening to you, sir. Come in. Come in.
I hope I did not startle you.
No, no. It's only I heard no horse.
You are Goodwife Proctor.
I, Elizabeth.
I hope you are not off to bed.
No. Would you come in, Mr. Hale? We are not used to visitors after dark, but you're surely welcome here. Will you sit you down, sir?
Let you sit, Goodwife Proctor.
Will you drink cider, Mr. Hale?
Thank you. No, it rebels my stomach, and I have some farther travelling tonight. Sit you down, sir. I will not keep you long, but I have some business with you.
Business of the court?
No. I come of my own, without the court's authority. I know not if you have heard, sir, but your wife's name is mentioned in the court.
Yes, we know it, sir. Our Mary Warren told us. We are entirely amazed.
I am a stranger here. as you know. And in my ignorance, I find it hard to draw a clear conclusion of them come accused before the court. And so this afternoon, and now again tonight, I go from house to house. I come now from Rebecca Nurse's house. Oh, God forbid such a one be charged. She is, however, mentioned somewhat.
Oh, will not believe I would that Rebecca trafficked with the devil.
Woman, it is possible.
Surely you cannot think so.
This is a strange time, mister. Well, no man may longer doubt that the forces of the dark are gathered in a monstrous attack upon this village. There is too much evidence now to deny it, you will agree, sir.
I have no knowledge in that line, sir. But I find it hard to think that so pious a woman is secretly a devil's bitch after 70 years of such good prayer.
Aye, but the devil is a wily one. However, she is far from charged, and I know she will not be. I have thought to put some few questions as to the Christian character of this house, if you'll permit me.
Why, we have no fear of questions, sir.
Good day. Now, Mr. Proctor, in the book of record that Mr. Paris keeps, I note that you are regularly in church on Sabbath day.
No, sir, you are mistaken.
Only 26 times 17 months, sir. I must call that rare. Will you tell me why you are so absent?
Mr. Hale, I never knew I was to come to that man, for I come to church and stay at home. My wife was sick this winter, sir.
So I am told. But you, mister, why could you not come alone?
I surely did come when I could, and when I could not, I prayed in his house.
Mr. Proctor, your house is not a church. Well, your own theology must tell you that.
What is your suspicion, Mr.
No,
Hale? I did the roof to the church, I opened the door.
Oh, did you? Well, that's a good sign, then.
It may be I've been too quick to bring the man to book, sir, but you cannot think that we ever desire the destruction of religion. I think that is in your mind.
I have no. There is a softness in your record, sir. A softness.
I think we have been too hard on Mr. Paris. I think so. But sure, we never loved the devil here.
Elizabeth, do you know your commandment?
Oh, I surely do. There be no mark of blame on my life, Mr. Hale. I am a covenanted Christian woman.
And you, mister?
I'm sure I do.
Let you recite them, if you will.
The commandments.
Aye.
Thou shalt not kill,
Aye.
shalt not steal, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods, nor make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain, thou shalt not have any other gods before thee. Thou shalt remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy, thou shalt honor thy father and thy mother. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
You have said that one twice.
I say,
Adultery, John.
aye. You see, sir, between the two of us, we do know them all. I think it'd be a small fault, sir.
Theology, sir, is our fortress. No crack in our fortress may be accounted small.
there be no love forsaken in this house, sir.
I pray it. I pray it dearly. Well then, I'll bid you good night.
Mr. Hale, I do think you are suspecting me somewhat, are you not?
Goody Proctor, I do not judge you. My duty is to but add what I may to the godly wisdom of the court. I wish you good health and good fortune. Good night, sir.
John, will you tell him?
What's that?
I think he must be told.
I have no witness, and I cannot prove it except my word be taken. But I know the children's sickness had naught to do with witchcraft.
Naught to do.
They were discovered by Mr. Paris sporting in the woods. They were startled and took sick.
Who told you this?
Abigail Williams.
Abigail.
I, sir.
Abigail Williams told you it had naught to do with witchcraft.
She told me the day you came, sir.
Why did you keep this?
Because I never knew till tonight. The world has gone daft with this nonsense.
Nonsense! Mister, I have myself examined Sarah Good and Tintaman, and numerous others who have confessed to dealing with the devil. They have confessed to
And why not? If they're to hang for denying it, there are them that swear to anything before they're hanged. Have you never thought of that?
I have, indeed. And you, mister, would you testify to this in open court?
I had not reckoned with going to court, but if I must...
You falter there, sir.
I falter nothing, sir. But I may wonder if my story will be credited in such a court. I do wonder on it, sir, when a minister as steady-minded as yourself will suspicion such a woman that never lied. She cannot lie. The world knows she cannot. I may fall for somewhat, mister. I am no fool.
Mr. Proctor, let you be open with me now, for I have heard a thing which troubles me. It is said you hold no belief there may even be witches in the world. Is it true, sir?
I know not what I have said. I may have said it. I have wondered if there be witches in the world.
Then you do not
I have no knowledge of it. The Bible speak of witches. I will not deny them.
And you, woman?
I cannot believe
You cannot.
You bewilder the man.
I cannot believe the devil may own a woman's soul, Mr. Hale, when she keeps an upright way as I have. I am a good woman. I know it. And if you think I may do only good work in the world, and yet be secretly bound to Satan, then I say I do not believe it.
But you do believe that there are witches in the world.
If you think I am one, then I say there are none.
Woman, surely you do not fly against the gospel.
No,
the gospel
she
says...
believe in the gospel every word, sir.
Question Abigail Williams about the gospel, not
Do
myself.
not mean to doubt the gospel, so you cannot think. This be a Christian house, sir. A Christian house.
John!
Francis, Giles, what is it?
They take my wife and Rebecca nurse.
Oh, they've surely gone well now, Mr. Hale.
Reverend Hale, can you not speak to the deputy governor? I'm sure he mistakes these people.
Calm yourself, Mr. Corey. How were Rebecca charged, Mr. Nurse?
The supernatural murder of Goody Butler's babies.
Believe me, if Rebecca Nurse be tainted, there is nothing to stop the great green world from burning. But let you rely on the justice of the court. I know the court will send them home.
How may such a woman murder children?
Man, remember that until an hour before the devil fell, God thought him beautiful in heaven.
I never said my wife were a witch, Mr. Hale. I only said she was reading books.
Exactly what complaint were made on your wife, Mr. Corey?
That bloody mongrel Walcott charger. He goes to court, and he claims that he cannot keep a pig alive for more than 4 weeks because my Martha bewitched him with her books.
Good evening, Mr. Hell. Mr. Proctor. Good evening, all.
Evening, Mr. Stevenn. I hope you come not on business of the court.
I do, Proctor. I'm a clerk of the court now, you know.
It is a pity, Ezekiel, that an honest hell might have gone to heaven will burn in hell. You will burn for this. Do you know it?
You know yourself, I must do as I'm told. You surely know that, Giles. And I as lief you'd not be sending me to hell. I like not the sound of it. I tell you, I like not the sound of it. Now believe me, Proctor, how heavy be the law. Its tonnage I do carry on my back tonight. I have a warrant for your wife.
Say you? A warrant for my wife? You said you were not charged.
I know nothing of it. When was she charged, Mr. Chief? I am given 16 more tonight, sir, and she is one.
Who charged you?
Why, Abigail Williams charged her.
Abigail Williams? What proof? What proof?
Mr. Proctor, I have little time. The court bid me search your house, but I like not to search a house. So, will you give me any poppets your wife may keep here?
Poppets?
I never kept no poppets. Not since I were a girl.
I spy a poppet, good Proctor.
Oh, why, that's Mary's.